Certainly from my perspective, the awards are really very important part of the tourism industry. And I think not only is it an opportunity for businesses such as yourselves to participate and have your businesses recognised at both state and national level, it's a great opportunity for you to review and assess your businesses. And so for those people who've been in the room last year, we're going to try and skim over some of the things because we know you've heard it all before and you don't need to hear it all again. But I just said to Cass, and I'm quite convinced that we need to say to people from these days on, you need to be really serious about this. If you're going to enter the state awards and therefore enter the nationals, in reality that's what you're doing. By entering the state awards, you are in fact entering the nationals. Because if you win at state, your entry goes straight through to nationals. Without you getting the chance to look at it again, it's gone. So in fact you are entering nationals. But if you haven't got the time to commit to it, if you haven't got necessarily the enthusiasm to commit to this process, then I would encourage you to reconsider your decision. It may sound a rude or maybe even inappropriate statement to make, but we've got a series of judges who give their time freely to judge your submissions. We've got national judges who give their time freely to judge at national level, and for one, I'm not sure if there's others in the room who know what that process is. That's horrendous. That's judging 3 categories, up to 8 submissions per category, online, and it takes a fair swag of time to do it. I think there is a point at time when we've got to say we don't want to waste our time as judges judging submissions that are not up to scratch. Now, I judged a couple at nationals this year and I wondered how the hell they got past state award, let alone to win at nationals. We don't want that to happen from Tassie. We want Tassie to have entries in every level at nationals that are outstanding. And it is possible for awards to be won at state level that are not outstanding. I don't think we should have that at all from this state because we have outstanding product, outstanding properties, outstanding experiences. So recognise that if you are entering, and I'm sure most of you are already halfway through the process, it's not a 10-minute job. It is multiple hours, multiple days to complete a submission. So if you're going down that track, make that commitment now. Once you've made that commitment, you can rely on people like Cass and myself to give you whatever support we can. We will be there to give you the backup, the enthusiasm, the encouragement. If you ring up and say, oh God, I've had a gut full of this, ring us up and have a chat about it. Let's talk about it for 5 minutes and we may be able to reinvigorate you and give you the enthusiasm you need to keep going. But recognise that this is a hard job, but the benefits well and truly outweigh, I think, the heartache and the difficulty and the effort that you've got to put in to get to that point. So, where's that list of ours?
I don't know, but you can click to the next slide.
I can click to the next. I can find a way to click to the next slide. As I said, I think from a state perspective, we do have the product and experiences to win multiple awards. That was evidenced last year when we won 5. But as I think I said at the launch of the awards, and I've said on a number of occasions, it would be really easy for us now to rest on our laurels and say, isn't that a great achievement? We've won 5, we've set ourselves a wonderful figure and we should be really proud of that. Well, I think we should just see that as a benchmark. And say our task now is not just to meet that, but to exceed it. And I've also discussed with a lot of people that whilst we won 5, and we had 5 winners, so 5 up here, number 1 in their category. Last year was the first year we actually got silver and bronze, so 2nd and 3rd. We didn't get any of them. We did not get 1 second, we did not get 1 third, and I think we got 1 4th. So the gap between the ones who won and the ones who didn't is fairly significant. So we've still got lots of work to do to get the others up to that speed. We also, of the 5 that won, a couple of them can't re-enter those categories. So we've got some work to do to to ensure that we lift the standard of all the others. So I think, it's really important for you to, as I said, make that commitment, make the effort, recognise the quality and the value of your product. You wouldn't enter if you didn't think you could win. You may not win this year, you may not win next year, but if you've got the commitment and the enthusiasm and you keep going, those results will always come. As I said, I think we can enter almost each and every single category in the national awards with confidence that we can win, because we have the product and multiple product in many categories that should enable us to win. So I encourage you all to make the commitment, make the effort, use all the opportunities that are available. You're using this one for now. Cass is going to talk about a mentoring program and a mentoring opportunity. Take advantage of all of those. Get other people to read your submissions. Make sure you share your questions with other people. Get feedback from everyone as wide and as broad a cross-section as you can, because that's who your judging audience may well be. Recognise also that your judging audience, if you win at state, at nationals, they don't know you from a bar of soap. They don't know your business. It could be a judge from the Northern Territory, a judge from Western Australia, who has no idea about the wool store in Hobart. So make sure when you write your submission that you write it in the understanding that there are going to be people who are going to ultimately judge your business who don't know it, who don't know you from anything. And you'll be up against potentially 7 or 8 other outstanding businesses. But be confident of yourself, be confident of your business. We can be confident of our state. I think the Tourism Industry Council, Tourism Tasmania and the government are starting to show their commitment for the Tourism Awards and their support for the Tourism Awards. I think we need to embrace that and continue to work forward. So I wish you all the luck and success. This is the first step for some. For others, as I said, I'm sure you're probably halfway down the track and got 5 questions answered already. If we can help, if we can be of any assistance, all you've got to do is ask.